What it is, what up, man? Shout out everybody coming back to the channel for some updates and some news, man. We got the insights, what's going on in some of y'all favorite areas in the trenches, some of y'all favorite rappers and drillers, man. We also got the binoculars out on them. We here to have you filled in with what's going on, word in the neighborhood, man. Y'all already know we get it at. Before we start, let's click that like button real quick, paint it blue, help the channel grow, help this video surface around YouTube so we get more views and more subscribers so we can continue with the show every day, man, providing you guys with insights. Let's get to this one. So lately there's been a lot of conflict going back, man, after we saw the leaked video conversation of Lil Durk and FYB Maine speaking to each other on the phone, man. It was really shocking to everybody. It was kind of like a surprise. A lot of people didn't really think it was real. A lot of people were saying it was probably AI fixed effects and stuff of Lil Durk's voice. You know how FYB Maine always be really chasing the clout and really has to do what he has to do to make a narrative sound like it's real. So a lot of people believed it was probably AI, Lil Durk's voice. A lot of people are saying no, it was actually real, man. That was actually Lil Durk trying to push the piece with FYB Maine and giving them his his credit, saying he's actually enjoying FYB Maine's content lately with the whole whoops and being the funny comedian guy that wants to get everyone together. So it was a shocker, man. But it seems like a lot of the Lil Durk affiliates, man, the BDs, Black Disciples, are not with the same program, man. They're not with the same favorism of FYB Maine and linking up and pushing peace with the other side, man. So Lil Durk seems like he's getting, a lot of conflict back and a lot of backlash, man, from his own people, man. Even Lil Reese was asked on the No Jumper interview if he would ever push peace with FYB Maine. FYB Maine claims, Lil Reese is his real cousin and they really, in the family tree. But it seems like Lil Reese said, nah, never. He would never want to sit down with FYB Maine. He would never want to be pushing peace with anybody from the other side. He said, there's too much fallen members, too much backstory, man. Too many people lost their life. Too much disrespect went on, and it's just a no-no for Lil Reese, man. So that was a big, shocker as well. How we got Lil Durk over here being the voice of the streets, but then we got Lil Reese over here being like, nah. A lot of the other drill fans, man, are pretty much saying Lil Durk is trying to use this narrative and trying to make a good image of himself so he can have, something like this to be presented if a RICO charge ever hits Lil Durk, or they ever want to take him down for any investigation that's going on, man, behind the scenes of the OTF label and some of the crimes that they had, pretty much they labeled Lil Durk as a possible suspect. They might be still investigating some of these crimes, man, and they might come back and fire up on Lil Durk. So Lil Durk's trying to maybe use this pushing the peace with the ops as a way that he can have for his lawyer to present in court and make him look like the good guy, make him look like he changed his whole life around. He did this and that. You saw a song where he did with J. Cole and such on, man. Now he's trying to push the peace with FYB Maine. But hey, man, if you did the crime, it's still gonna come back no matter how much you want to change, what you did in the past. The real reason that Lil Durk says he wants to really try this whole pushing the peace with FYB Maine is he says he's ready to save the kids, man. He said, let's do it for the kids of Chicago. We need to save these kids. And it's understanding, man, how, Lil Durk is really hoping that he can change the narrative for some of these savages. But unfortunately, even some of his own men, some of his own people, man, is not on the same page with Lil Durk. Some of these savages really don't want to change, man. They want to keep on going back and forth. They don't like the other side. It's been too many years. Some people lost family members, brothers, and such on, man. There's no turning back now. So, it's always like that in the trenches. A lot of these savages, they don't like change, man. They want to keep it the same. They want to keep it like it was when the OG was out there. They want to keep it the same the way they grew up as kids, seeing, their father and their mother putting this work. So they don't want to see change. So we're speaking about, some of these members losing family and losing friends and losing such and such, man, that they don't want to change. And then it kind of comes to the question you asked Lil Durk. If you're really going to push peace, is you really going to push peace with 051 Young Money as well? We know that 051 Young Money is allegedly responsible for the loss of Lil Durk's cousin Newski, man. OTF Newski was gunned down outside of a store in the parking lot. Then, word around the trenches was 051 Young Money was bragging and taking credibility for this hit. And ever since then, we saw Lil Durk really have a real furious hate versus Young Money, man. And OTF Newski, also OTF Chino, which was Lil Durk's manager as well, was also pretty much bragged about by 051 Young Money. A lot of the drill fans are trying to figure this out. Like, is Lil Durk really want to push the piece, or is he gonna be kind of picking who he wants to push peace with and then still be at war with the other half? Like, it's like, nah, you gotta go all the way, bro. You're gonna forgive everyone, and you're gonna push peace. But it's not like that. It seems like 051 Young Money and the whole OTL, Lil Durk, Lamron, Tay-Town, THF, all them, man, is just a whole nother mess. It's a whole nother level of war with them. So compared to like Lil Durk trying to push peace with FYBJ Maine, because we know 63rd, Jaro City, man, they're really not out here no more. It's like they really slowed down, especially 63rd. The whole FBG is done. No one really sliding out there. So I guess Lil Durk sees like, man, these guys ain't doing nothing to us anymore. There's none of them left, man. Might as well, cook up something with FYBJ Maine and look good on my end. This even goes back to O Block members that, the whole Sloppy Six that was, found guilty for the life of FBG Duck, man. Even they got the message, man. It even hit them inside Cook County about this whole Lil Durk and FYBJ Maine on the phone conversation. And a lot of these O Block members is not with the whole agreeing what Lil Durk is doing is right, man. If anything, they feel like this is a slap in the face. They feel like they was really sent out to do some crash dummy work. And then in the end, they lose their life, they lose their freedom, and then the person that they was doing this for is now, wanting to sit down and have a tea and some pizza with, the other side. So it's like, damn, Muap is like, we over here fighting for our freedom, we're fighting for our life. D Rose, Rondo, all them, man, and now now Lil Durk wants to sit down with 63rd. Like, it's like, Muap and them is not really with the same mentality that Lil Durk. I feel like Durk is just, changing his mentality, changing his way of living, changing his perspective of life, man. It's a whole new decade. It's 2024, going into 2025. The internet is really whole different. Everybody really wants to live a good life, wants to be in, luxury and have all this money and be flashing on the social media and taking trips and vacations and this and that, have easy money, man, without having to be out in the hot weather and actually hard labor. They just want to do something that you could get paid from your phone instantly, or from some type of social media platform. So it's crazy, man. No one's really wanting to stick to the drill mentality anymore. It's not 2012, it's not 2011, it's not 2016. Come on, man. Like, people is moving on from drill, as you can see as well. A lot of these drill fans is really just tired of this so recycled material over and over. Sorry to say, man, but it seems like Lil Durk is starting to notice this as well. It's starting to say, man, this is bogus. It's true. This is just repeated over and over. It's time for me to move on to something bigger. Time for me to try out a whole different perspective of life and mentality. So shout out Lil Durk, man. Really, if he really is trying to push this piece, we're gonna have to sit back and watch what happens within the next weeks and next months, man. See if they actually do sit down and what. Y'all gonna have to wait, man. Y'all already know. Hit the comment section. Let me know your guys' thoughts. How do you guys feel about this whole Lil Durk's people not rocking with Lil Durk no more, or getting backlash, from his own people? I wonder what Mr. THF Bezu would say, man, about this whole, because he was going off. He really was not a fan of FYBJ Maine, man. He was always dissing FYBJ Maine, saying that he was literally snitching on him on the No Jumper interviews and such on. So I wonder what his, what he thinks about Durk and that conversation he had with FYBJ Maine. Y'all let me know in the comment section your thoughts as well. Like I said, push that subscribe button down, man, and get tuned in. We got some more content on the way. This is just one quick one we had to get out the way real quick, man. Just a little conversation of what's going on. This is one of the biggest stories that people are going back and forth. There's two opinions. Which opinion do you have? Is it okay? Is it cool? Or is it like bogus and it's not real? I don't know. Y'all put it down in the comment section. To the next one, y'all already know, man. Salute, salute. I'm out.